Hey y'all, hope this video finds you well. The affinity space that I'm going to share with y'all today is one that I've only recently become acquainted with. I truly stumbled on the site by accident. I am a Lego enthusiast, collector, and builder. I have been on the hunt, or more of like a wait, for an elephant specific set that I really wanted to have in my classroom to represent my house, Ubuntu. I have lots of other sets that are in my classroom because it's something that I enjoy, so that's what I bring into my class, but I have been dying to get my hands on an elephant, and I haven't really found anything that works yet on the Lego site. The search for this specific set is actually what brought me to Lego Ideas. There are a ton of different things for you to do on this website. As you navigate to the main page, you'll see the latest news on Lego Ideas, some of the latest ideas that are trying to garner support, what some of the staff picks are at the moment, some inspirational topics and challenges that you can take part in, the ideas that you support, some of the builds that are trying to get on the shelf, and then some of the products that have actually been created by Lego. At the top of the page, located in the menu bar, you can find the different ways users can interact with and contribute to the space, both opportunities for portals and generators. This includes the ability to explore, participate, and review information such as blogs, how the process works, and the guidelines for the community overall. Anyone can participate in, contribute to, or view the creations, challenges, and activities through the site. For those interested in creating a Lego set for production, those people can submit original ideas to Lego. You have to rely on community support for it to be placed under review. There are strict guidelines and deadlines that you have to meet in order to make this possible. If you aren't necessarily looking to put something on the shelf, you can participate in challenges that are set by Lego and gain status. Lego determines the theme for the build, and participants use physical or even digital bricks to create sets and Lego related content. Lego might consider it from promotional items or use it in some of the content that they push out. Activities serve as the opportunity to just build for fun and to share your ideas and creations with other Lego enthusiasts and the community overall. You are also encouraged to share everything on social media using hashtag Lego Ideas. The challenges, activities, and product submissions act as both a portal and a generator. Fans can view amazing creations and ideas, but there is also a chance to create and reimagine sets either to share casually or in the hopes of it being made into a product. For all three of these categories, creators and viewers can interact with one another by making comments and giving feedback or by showing support through likes. So, as you can see here, for the one of the products that I really want, which happens to be the elephant that I've been looking for, I have given it some support already by giving it a like. There is an expectation and numbers that these creators have to hit within a certain number of days. So when I liked this on October 21st, this creator only had 421 days left to get all of the 10,000 supporters they needed. And because I liked it so much, I went ahead and dropped in a comment for that creator, and I got some likes from other individuals that are interested in Lego as well. So I'm able to interact with both the creator and also other individuals who simply just support the idea and love the product like me. There is also a blog available for users to peruse through. It is largely centered around Lego news or interviews from individuals who have garnered major support or have even made it to the stage where their product is being made and bought, and which is, I think, really, really cool. You're able to gain just background on the creator themselves, but they also tend to share some insight and advice on how to create a really successful idea that is likely to get support and actually be put on the shelves. Again, just like every other aspect of Lego, you're able to leave comments down at the bottom. So you can like the article, you can tag the actual creator and share your support with them, or even share feedback or other ideas that you might have to add towards their product in the future, or maybe even a future creation that they have in mind. Individuals of all skill level are encouraged to participate. There are no requirements or restrictions on who can submit or participate in a challenge or activity. However, there is a natural progression for people who are looking to grow their contributions tend to follow. To become a product, the set has to meet certain size requirements, which makes it a little bit more difficult and complicated to build. So submissions tend to come from those with a bit more experience. There are picture expectations for the product. So going through the activities and challenges first helps prepare creators for what they need to do to submit an idea, because those expectations are the same for those other activities as well. Ultimately, LEGO wants users to participate in this space regardless of their level. Contributions can come from participating in builds or simply being an active member in the LEGO community. You earn badges when you hit certain milestones for a product submission, participate in a challenge and win, or become the runner up, or even earn a grand prize. And if you complete an activity, you also can get a badge. Or if you're someone who's really good at socializing with other people and making comments and earning likes on your comments, you can earn badges for all of those things as well. So, regardless of your level, you have the ability to participate and really engage in this community and share your interests with other people that are a part of this. For those that are at a stage where they're ready to submit ideas and participate in builds, they have access to challenges and activities that are set by LEGO, which is probably the best place to really get started. They encourage you to come up with your own ideas or to remix movies or real life events or even other Lego sets to fit the theme, just like this one. But as you can see, as we get down to some of the submissions, the skills and levels of the builds all vary. Some are going to be more intricate, some are going to be a little bit more simple, and that is okay. This is how you're able to learn and improve as a builder. You take on challenges that are of interest to you, and you start at the level that you're at. This is going to be the motivator for most of the people that are going to contribute. Anyone is going to be more willing to put in the time and effort to produce something they're proud of and actually take interest in. And as you gain experience, you gain confidence, and your creations become more intricate and complicated. And by sharing your creations, you're able to get feedback and ideas from other builders of all different levels and backgrounds. Lego Ideas provides users with access and community they would have never had access to in a face to face situation, which in turn helps us improve our builds or even challenge our ideas or come up with new creations in a way that we couldn't have been able to do without having this platform to interact with other builders. This makes it so much easier to grow as a builder. While the community exists on a digital platform, Lego Ideas requires users to draw on both traditional literacies as well as multimodal and digital literacies. Users have to read instructions, comments, and blogs. Every submission requires a written description detailing the idea or inspiration behind the product. And creators have to be able to put in the effort to research product expectations and ensure that they're not plagiarizing other ideas. But Lego has also managed to bring in other literacies and multimodal opportunities by having users navigate comments and the appropriate behavior associated with it. Users may also need to navigate photography and the digital design space depending on what they are working towards. Some challenges require users to create stories or GIFs. Contributors and creators have to be able to pull on a variety of literacies to navigate and elevate their participation on this platform overall. What I appreciate most about Lego Ideas as an affinity space is how great it is at differentiation. Education, not educators, but education assumes that learning is one size fits all, but that's just not the reality. Like Lego, we all come together with such different experiences, levels, and abilities, and that's totally okay. We can still work towards the same goal, but from our own starting points. The approach or the outcome, or in this case, a product, doesn't have to be the exact same, it can be individualized. I think one of the biggest takeaways from Lego that can be quickly implemented is that we have to include things that are actually of interest or are important to our kids. It's so much easier to try something that is hard if you care about it. If it doesn't matter to you, why even try? I also think allowing our students to experience a productive struggle could be massively beneficial. It is hard to not just want to spoon feed our kids. I'm constantly fighting this urge myself, but allowing our students to try and fail, build and rebuild, and have to find new ways to approach something or think about a topic, I believe that is going to be so much more of an advantage to them than telling them what exactly we want at the end of this and how they're exactly going to get there. In my ideal classroom, as the teacher, I would be more of an advisor or a facilitator rather than the holder of all knowledge. I think shifting to project-based learning or moving more towards art integration would allow our students the freedom to approach problems in a way that is more appropriate to them and their actual strengths. I want my students to come together to work on projects and issues that are important to them and find ways to share about it and work towards a solution that plays towards things that they can do well already. It's impossible for me to prepare my students for every form of literacy and for me to even know them all. But I can prepare my students to utilize what they know and help them improve on the strengths that they already have. Ultimately, for students to be all in, they have to believe that what we're doing is meaningful to them and is something that they actually find interesting. This is how education can make a difference and remain relevant.